Hi guys, I had a viewer request recently for a tutorial on the 4x4x2 camouflage cube. Now, well, I call it the camouflage cube. It's not actually called a camouflage cube by WitEden because it doesn't actually turn in that offset way that all the other ones do, but since it's made up of all the same pieces and you use a very, very similar solving process, I'm still going to call it a camouflage cube. Now, first of all, we need to go over a couple of things before I scramble this up. To start off with, what we're going to do in the solving process of this is reduce it to a 2x2x2 Rubik cube solve. Now if I just move a couple of pieces here, you can see that even just by doing that I've got a 2x2x2 cube essentially. So I've got two layers I can turn there, that's all that turns, two layers I can turn there, that's all that turns, and two layers I can turn there, that's all that turns. So I think by that you can see that even in its almost solved state it can become a 2x2 cube. So that's what we're going to solve it to. What we're going to do is build up, you can see each corner of the puzzle. If we take this as one corner of the 2x2x2 cube, you can see that each one of them is made up of four pieces. You've got a corner piece, two edge pieces, and what I'll call a centre piece. So what we're going to do in the solving process is just build up blocks of four pieces like this until we've got them all in this solved state like they are here, and then solve it exactly the same way as you would a 2x2x2 Rubik cube, and that's simple as that really. Now every one of the corners on this one, this is quite unique in the camouflage cube series because of this, is that every single one of these corners, as we'll call them, from the blocks that we make up of four pieces here, it's the same for every single piece. They are all made up of these four blocks, whereas on the other camouflage cubes you have to kind of work out which blocks are which and how many pieces are needed to make them up. With this one we haven't got that problem, so that makes the puzzle a little bit easier. As far as scrambling this, what you need to do is scramble it in a way that it's not shape shifting to begin with, because as soon as you start shape shifting, and say we do that, we then can't turn this piece here. We can't split them up anymore. So we need to make sure that we don't shape shift until everything is as scrambled as we can get it in the non-shape shifted form. So obviously that's what I'm doing now. Bear with me a second, I'll probably speed this up. Okay, I think we're about as scrambled as it needs to be. So now we'll do some shape shifting turns. As soon as you do that, everything gets bandaged very quickly, and as you can see it's actually turned it into a 2x2 now if you look at it. If yours is already scrambled, you'll probably find that this is the case on yours. We've got two layers we can turn here, two here, and two here. So we'll scramble it a little bit more, but nothing we do now is pretty much going to make any difference. Okay, so that's about as scrambled as it's going to get, I think. What we're going to do is find a corner to match an edge piece to first of all. That's the first thing we need to do. Now what I would normally do is see if I can find any that are actually already matched, and as you can see I've got a red, white and blue corner piece here already matched with a red and white edge piece. So what I'm going to do is start off with the white piece blocks. We're going to assemble all four of the white corner blocks, and then we'll move on to the yellow. So I'll start off with this red, white, blue. Now what you need to do at all times is have these pieces oriented so that you can turn this top layer and split it into two layers, and so it's not a 2x2x2 anymore. You've actually got an extra layer you can turn. So what we need to do is rotate this block so that the edge pieces are horizontal rather than, you can see that they're both vertical at the moment. We need to have one of the edge pieces horizontal. What I'm going to do is rotate it so that this pair of pieces is actually horizontal. If I had it this way around, it's vertical, and as soon as I turn this top layer it will split them up. So what I will do is make them horizontal, so I'll turn it so they are this way around, and that makes them so that once we get this turnable top layer they'll be the right way around. Now with the other pieces, we need to turn them all so that we can turn this top layer. Now there's a simple algorithm that will rotate any corner block one step. Now it's very easy. I'm just going to call it up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. As you can see, this block here is now in a vertical place so that it will be able to split up once all the other blocks are in place. So we'll go around to the next one, and this one needs to be rotated as well. Now as you can see, this is actually, if I turn this that way, this will still be bandaged because its edge piece stops these two from splitting apart. So we've got to turn it so that that edge piece that is bandaging is actually horizontal. Now the first move you make in this sequence, up, up, down, down, that I've just shown you, that determines the way that block will be at the end of the sequence. So if I turn my first upturn on this face, that won't do it because that edge piece that we want horizontal is still vertical. If I turn it this way, you can see that that makes that piece horizontal. The first move of the sequence determines what its final position will be. So that's the way we want. So again, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Now as you can see, that piece we wanted is now horizontal, and we've got one final block on this top layer to do, and that needs exactly the same as the last one did. It needs this red and white piece horizontal that's currently bandaging these two. So we'll do the same again. The first move makes it horizontal, so that's the right direction. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Now we should have an edge piece horizontal on every corner block now, and it is, so that means we can now rotate this top section freely as we need. Okay, so we were doing the red, white and blue. As I said, we've got the red, white and blue corner piece matched with an edge piece. So what we need to find is a blue and white edge piece to go underneath it and match that with a centre piece. Now if I look around the top layer, I can see we've got a blue and white edge piece here. I'm going to see if that matches up with that corner piece to start with, and it doesn't. So you can see that once I've turned it above it, they are not oriented correctly. What that means is this is the wrong blue and white edge piece. We've got two of every one of these edges, and that's how you can tell that that's the wrong one, because it doesn't line up with it like that. So we need to find the other one, and here it is in the bottom layer. So I'll turn that back to there, the pair that we've already got, and what I'm going to do is just move this corner block with the correct blue and white piece into the top layer. So if I just do put it below where it needs to go, do an R prime, D prime, R, and you can see that the blue and white piece is now in the top layer, the one we need. What we need to do now is just turn that above one of the white centres. I've got one over here in the top layer. As you can see at the moment, if I turn that above it, that doesn't actually line up with it at the moment. So what I need to do is a rotation on this block to turn this centrepiece round to the other side, so it'll be around the front here. Now if I'm going to do the same turning sequence I've been doing. If I was to do the left face first, that wouldn't be any good, because the centrepiece would then be on top at the end of the sequence, so that's no good to me. So we need to do the right face first, and as you can see, that keeps the centrepiece on the side. So we're doing up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. The centrepiece is now on the side that we want it. Our blue and white edge pieces around here, we turn the top piece, and you can see they now line up, which is what we wanted. The next thing we need to do is rotate this 4-piece block one more time to make this blue and white edge piece with its centre that are matched up horizontal, so that it can slot in down here underneath our currently solved pair on the red, white and blue corner. So once again we just do the same sequence again. This time we go to the left face, because that will make it horizontal after the first move. So it's up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. You see, that's now horizontal. We rotate our top face one turn, and that's our first 4-piece block solved. Alright, so now that we've got one of these 4-piece blocks completed, what we're going to do is put that down into the lower layer and continue doing things in the upper layer. Now that way there's no danger of getting this mixed up while we're solving everything else. So what I'm going to start with next is this because it's right in front of me, for no other reason than that, a white, green, orange piece. Now I need a white, green edge piece to go underneath it. So I can see that there isn't one in the upper layer. I've got one I can see here in the lower layer. I'm not sure which one it is, so all I'm going to do is bring that piece up to the upper layer, next in the slot next to where this white, green, orange is. So I'm just going to bring this whole block of 4 up into the top face. Oh, and the puzzle's just popped. Okay, sorry about that. So we've got the completed piece in the lower layer. We're looking for a green, white edge piece to go with this green, white, orange corner. I can't remember where the one I found was. Now it messed about with the pop. Yeah, I've got one here. So I'll bring this up into the upper layer, bringing that 4-piece block here. Now, obviously, at the moment that's blocked by this edge piece, so I need to rotate that around with an up, down, down, up, down, down. So what I need to do next is rotate this around so that it's... I've got another piece that's blocked. Obviously I moved more around while I was fixing that popped piece. Sorry about that. Up, down, down, up, down, down, and now my top layer can be rotated. So where this green, white edge piece is at the moment, we need to put that matched with any centerpiece like that. It doesn't matter what colour it is for now. All we need to do is get it so it's horizontal, so it can go under this corner piece here to see if it's the right one. So we'll rotate that so it's horizontal now that we can, without blocking the turning of the top face. So doing it up, down, down, up, down, down, and as you can see that's actually the wrong white, green piece. So we'll find the other one and replace it and do it with that one. It's over here on the bottom face. Bring it up to the top face and rotate the white, green, orange above it, and you can see that we've now paired these two up. So now we need to make this pair horizontal so that it doesn't get split up while we're turning the up face. So we're doing up, down, down, up, down, down. So that's now horizontal, and we can turn this without splitting up that pair we've made. So now we need a white, orange edge piece and a white centre, and I've just noticed I turned it around there. We've actually got them by pure coincidence already paired up. Just turn our other pair above it, and that completes that 4-piece block. Now you're going to find that happens from time to time while solving this puzzle. You do get a few coincidental piece solves like that. It's not uncommon, so I'm not doing an easy case here or anything like that. So we've got both those two blocks of 4 solved now, and I've put them both in the lower layer, and we'll move on to the next one. So now I've got the red, white and green here in front of me. Now I want a white, green corner to go underneath that if possible. I've already seen that we haven't got a white, green one in the up top layer, so it must be in the lower layer. There it is. Now I've already used one of the white, green layer edges in this 4-piece block here, so I know this has got to be the right one. So we'll just turn all this out of the way and bring this white, green edge into our top layer as we need. I just need to make that white, green edge horizontal to slide under the corner, so it's up, down, down, up, down, down. As you can see, that's now horizontal, the white, green piece, and swing over the corner above it to match them up, and do the same again to make them horizontal so that the wood can't split them up again. Up, down, down, up, down, down. So you can see we've now got these match pair horizontal. So now to go under there we need obviously a white centerpiece and a red, white edge piece. We've used one of the red, white edges already, so whichever one's left has got to be the correct one, and I can see that it's down here. So I'll bring that block into the upper face, and we need to match that up with a white centre. Now I can see one's on the same block as it, so it's obviously not going to match up with that one. Let's see if we can go around the other side, and there it is. As it turns out, that one's matched up in the position it was, so we need to rotate this corner to be able to match it. So once again we do exactly the same again, make this pair that we've just created horizontal so that they can't get split up. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, and just rotate our other pair above it, and that completes that block of 4 pieces, the red, white and green. So that's all solved in that position. So we'll just once again put that in the lower face. What I will do is swap it with this one, because then we've got the final white corner that we require in the top face ready for solving. Now once again we've got an edge piece here that's blocking a turn on the upper face, so we just need to rotate that to be horizontal so we can turn it. So that's up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. And now if we rotate this around here, is lined up with another block which helps in the solving process, so that if we need to rotate it. Now what I'm looking for is a white orange edge. I can see I've got one down here, so we'll use this one here. It's the final one, so obviously it's got to be the correct one. So we bring it to the upper side, and we need to rotate this block to make it turnable so we can turn the upper face. So once again make this one horizontal, so up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, to make it horizontal. Now what we need to do once again is match this white orange edge with a centre so that we can then rotate it to the horizontal position. So we'll do it on this yellow one here, and then we can rotate it down and place it under our corner. So make that white orange horizontal now. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, and we can now make a pair with the white, orange and blue corner piece. Now we made that pair horizontal as we were before, so that we can't split up that pair while turning. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Alright then, so the final thing we've got to do is make a blue white edge under here, matched up with a centerpiece, and obviously they are the last ones in the white face. The white centerpiece is down here, so we need to bring that to the upper face that we're working in. So there's that, and the blue white edge needs to be vertical. Now if we just turn that block as it is, we'd actually have it bandaged so that we can't actually split those pieces up, so that doesn't work. We need to put it under another edge piece that's vertical, like so. So now we can rotate that block to make this white blue edge piece vertical, so we can go above the white centerpiece. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Now at the moment the white centerpiece is in the wrong position, that's not going to rotate above it, so we need to rotate this block around to bring the white centerpiece onto this right hand edge as we're looking at it right now. Just to show you though, if you ever do rotate a block the wrong way, it's not the end of the world. I'm going to do it wrong deliberately here just to show you what happens. So if I do this first turn here, so the white piece is on the top, it's up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Obviously that's the wrong position, so all we do is repeat that process: up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, and that puts it in the position we wanted around this right hand side. And we can now turn our white blue edge piece above it, and that's now paired up. We do exactly the same as we were doing on all the others, but make this pair of pieces horizontal so they can't be split up. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, and we can now rotate our final our pair of corner and edge above it, and you can see that that final white piece is now, that final white block is now assembled. We'll put that one into the lower layer as well, replacing it with this yellow block, and you can see we've got all four of our all four of our white blocks are now fully assembled. Now you want to do it this way around, doing all of either white or yellow at one time, because that way what's happened is all the edge pieces are now automatically lined up or matched up, paired up with centre pieces. so you don't have to worry about matching those with centerpieces while we're solving this upper face, and that just makes this solve that bit easier. If you mix up doing the white and yellow blocks at the same time, you'll end up in a situation where you've got 2 white blocks, 2 yellow blocks, 2 white centerpieces and 2 yellow centerpieces trying to be matched up at the same time. It can get a little bit more complicated. Okay, so now we've got all the white blocks done, all we've got left to do is to assemble the 4 yellow blocks. Now the first thing I always do is to just have a quick look around and see if any of them are already paired up with an edge piece. Sorry, any of the corners are already paired up with an edge piece. As it turns out, at the moment, none of them are. So I'm just going to start off just purely at random with this yellow, orange, green corner here. I can see that I've got a yellow and green edge here that's not already attached to it, so I assume this is going to be the correct one. I don't actually know that until I rotate it down and have a look. So I need to rotate this yellow and green edge piece so that it's horizontal, so using the normal sequence, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Rotate the top layer around to see if it fits, and lo and behold it does. So we've got this pair now, and we do the same as we were before, making the piece horizontal, the pair that we've just made horizontal, so that it doesn't get split up by other moves. So 1 up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. So of course now what we need is a yellow orange edge paired up with a yellow centre, which it's automatically going to be. Just need to find the yellow and orange edge. There's one here. Rotate it around onto a centre. I don't think that's the right one. I suspect it's actually this one around here. So we'll match that one to a centre. Make this one horizontal, this pair with the yellow orange, so it's up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. And see if we can now rotate our pair above it, and as it works out, that was the right one. So we've now got a 4 block. Now things get a little bit slightly more difficult from now on, because we haven't got a space where, if you remember with the white blocks, we were moving those down to the lower layer so that they weren't getting broken apart once they were solved. But now obviously we can't do that anymore. So what I do is I just keep that on the back left hand corner, just out of the way there, and I start looking for another pair to match. Now I can see, just looking at this, that if I rotate this yellow, red and blue piece once with a U, it matches it up with a yellow and red edge piece, so that's nice and easy. So all I'll do now that's paired is the usual thing, make that horizontal, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, so that pair is now horizontal and won't get split up. Need a yellow blue edge piece. I can see I've got a yellow blue here, but I can see straight away it's the wrong one. If I turn it across, I'll match pair across above it, it doesn't match up. So it's the other yellow blue piece we need, and I can see it's actually on the same block. So all I need to do is rotate this edge piece to being horizontal. So it's up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, and now that will match up with the pair we'd created before. The problem with that is that splits up the block we'd already solved. As it turns out, it actually doesn't, because I'd already turned it previously. So we kind of got lucky there. So I'm going to actually split it up and move things around just to show you how I go about positioning those normally, because it normally wouldn't be that straightforward. I just got a little bit lucky with the positioning there. Alright, so this is a more realistic situation that you might find yourself in, or at least a more common situation, should I say. I've got as you can see, the yellow, blue and orange corner piece completely matched up with the block it belongs with, but the one we've just done, the yellow, green and orange, that isn't matched up with its correct edge and centre. It needs to turn over here, but of course doing that splits up our yellow, blue and orange piece. So what I need to do is get in a situation where one turn we'll put that in the correct position, but it will also match up the yellow, blue and orange with its correct edge pieces. So what I'm going to do first of all, I need to get this set of yellow and orange edge pieces over to this position, so that both of these corners and edge pairs will match up with it when I turn them into position. But the problem is, at the moment, if I turn it out of the way to swap it around, I'm actually putting it with this yellow and orange and green corners pair, which I don't want to disturb. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is put this orange and yellow pair over to this side, so it can be, so that when I turn this top layer out of the way, I'm not putting it on the piece I need to move. So I'll put that in the bottom layer, and I'm going to put it over this side and bring this other yellow back to the top. Just need to rotate that one up, up, down, down, up, down, down, so the top face is turnable, and I need this yellow and orange edge piece horizontal as well, so that doesn't get split up. So now what I can do, I can split up this pair, and what I need is that yellow and orange edge pair on this position, so that when I rotate this upper face back across, the yellow, blue and orange corner will be over this set of edge and centre that it needs to be above. So we rotate it out of the way, and what I'm doing is swapping this yellow and orange edge piece over to this side. So we just put it in the bottom layer, bring it across, swap it with the piece we want, and bring this other piece back into the top layer too. I've messed up the orientations of both of those, so we just rotate them around so that the top layer is turnable. We want the yellow and orange edge piece with centre horizontal, so up, up, down, down, up, down, down, and of course this needs to be rotated with the yellow and red edge horizontal so that it can turn up, down, down, up, down, down. So now when I rotate the yellow and green and orange piece and the yellow, blue and orange into place, you can see that these two blocks are now complete. So all we've got left are these two pieces at the front. Obviously, as it turns out, they are actually already matched with an edge pair. They're both already matched with an edge pair, so all we need to do is make those horizontal as in the normal fashion. So it's up, down, down, up, down, down, so the pair is horizontal. This one is already horizontal. So as you can see, all we need to do now is turn this top face to match up our final two blocks on on this top layer. Now we've got to do a similar process to what we just did to match up these the yellow, green, orange and yellow, green, yellow, orange, blue. But we do it with all four pieces this time. So we're making sure that there's one turn to fix all four pieces. So what we need in this situation is the yellow and red edge piece over here, the yellow and blue edge piece over here. But we need to do it with the corners misaligned. So what you do is you make sure that none of your blocks are completely solved. And that's no good, that one is solved. In this stage, that's it. None of the four blocks are completely solved. So what we look for is one turn. So yellow, red and green will solve that block just with one turn. It has our yellow and orange below it. The piece that needs to go above that particular yellow and orange is the yellow, orange and blue. You can verify that just by a quick turn around. So what we do, we put the yellow, orange and blue here, so that when we turn the yellow, green and red piece above it, the piece it belongs, the yellow, orange and blue will come with it and go above the piece that belongs to. So that needs to come here next to the yellow, orange, yellow, red and green. So once again we'll just swap that out and put it next to the yellow, red and green, and put this piece back in the top layer, and so that one turn now solves all the blocks in the upper layer. As you can see, they're all now matched up with the pieces with which they belong. And that's basically it. We've now reduced it to a 2x2. If you remember at the start of the video I showed you how when you scramble it just as a 2x2 cube, just using this center split, you end up with these all these blocks, 4-piece blocks spread around all over the place, but they're all completed, so every block is now complete. So we just solve it the same way as we would a 2x2x2. You should already have a good idea how to do that. If not, then this cube is probably a bit too advanced for you anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that the way I normally would. I solve the white face first. So that's that. So now we just do exactly the way I would do a normal 2x2 cube, with a soon to orient the yellow pieces, the yellow corner pieces, once more. And just a final corner swap. I use the cuboid corner swap algorithm on this, just to swap those around, and then you should know how to do that on any 2x2 Rubik's Cube. And that's it. That's the puzzle solved. Hopefully I've shown you all the situations you could find on that line, on that final layer. It shouldn't be too difficult for you if you can get that far. The possible permutations of it are quite somewhat limited on this puzzle, because every block is identical, so it's not quite as difficult as some of the other camouflage cubes can be on that final layer, or the bandaged AI cube. So yeah, it should be fairly straightforward. Things have a tendency to fall into place once you get a couple of the blocks solved. As you saw, most of the edges will be already paired up with the corner when you reach the final 2 blocks. Alright then, that's it for this tutorial. I hope it's been helpful to you. If you've got any questions, please leave a comment and I'll see what I can do, or a video response, and I'll see if I can find a way to solve the problem you're having. But hopefully you will be able to solve the puzzle now from this tutorial. Okay guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.